Hello listeners, I'm here to give you some tips for a positive interviewing experience. Before filling application form, confirm that you have read thoroughly about the knowledge, skills and abilities required for the particular job position. After this, you have to assess that how your experience applies to the required job and what are the chances you have to grow in your career. How do you interact with others? What could you have done differently for better results? After assessing the knowledge, skills and abilities, you have got the information about the organization through newspaper ads, articles, brochures and so on. Because this information will be helpful when interviewer asks to you one important question, that how you will be an effective or beneficial employee. Now let's look at the communication tool for applying for the job. The application form and the resumes. When you are filling application form and making resumes, then one thing keep in your mind that your resumes should be precise in words. Try to fill your application form very neat and clean. If you have a personal computer, then preferably typed. Make sure that whatever you are mentioning in your resumes should be accurate and captures what you have done in your previous jobs. Arrange your documents in sequence. Now I am going to tell you what you should do in interview. The dress up should be appropriately, not wearing flashy and funky dresses. Personal hygiene should be impeccable and wear perfumes minimum. Try to reach 10 minutes early at your interview location and also know how long it takes to get there. Park and find place to freshen up. Treat other interviewees respectfully. When you enter the interview room, keep little smile on your face and greet and offer him firm handshake. Make a healthy eye contact with the interviewer. Listen to be sure you understand your interviewer's name and the correct pronunciation. Sit still in your seat, avoid fidgeting and slouching. Try to give clear and short answers. If you want to give examples, then you can. If you do not understand the question, then you can clarify to interviewer. Use good grammar and good diction. Avoid filling pauses with or ah, and also not punctuate sentences with like, you know, see or okay. Respond to questions and back up your statements about yourself with specific examples whenever possible. Maintain good eye contact during the interview. Treat the interviewer seriously and show interest in the employer and whatever opportunity is presented to you, and give response to the question in a positive manner. Maintain your voice pitch in normal. When an interviewer asks any question, then your answer should be in a definite flow, means in the beginning stated major points or idea, in middle expanded the point of view, and in last reinforces your point or idea. End with on a positive manner. Interview is two-way process. In this process, you can also evaluate interviewer and organization that what will his oblique her next step will be. Confidently keep your words in front of the interviewer. Organize your thoughts and apply your knowledge, skills and abilities. Softly toot your own horn. Exhibit quiet confidence. Think globally. Relate outside experiences to demonstrate your qualifications. Always keep some don'ts in your mind while interview. Always take responsibility for your decision and your action. Don't give negative comments to previous employer and supervisor. Don't behave informally to the employer. Don't give impression that you are interested in salary. Don't show your desperation for the job. Don't chew gum and smell like smoke. Keep your phone on silent mode during interview. While answering the questions, your points must be clear, concise, relevant, and adequate. It will enable the interviewer to understand what you are trying to say, to determine your strengths for that particular job, and to have sufficient information to make a good decision. The interviewer needs to determine if you can do the job, if you will do the job, and if you fit in. Hiring the right person is the goal. Be prepared for the behavior-based questions. Behavior-based questions are also a very important part of an interview. In such type of a question, interviewer give you some situation and ask to you what will you do in such situation. In this question, he can ask you to tell me about a situation when you are facing some stress or problem at your work that tested your coping skills. What did you do? Give me one example when you had to be relatively quick in coming on a decision. Give me an example of important goal that you had to set and tell me about your progress in reaching that goal. Give me examples of a problem you faced on the job and tell me how you solved it. Tell me about a situation in the past year in which you had to deal with very upset customer or co-worker. Your keys to responding well to these types of questions are: for such type of question, you have to answer your answer should be specific, not general or vague. Don't describe how you would have behaved. Describe how you did behave. If you later decided you should have behaved differently, explain this. The interviewer will see that you learned something from experience. Be specific. In interview, you have the right to ask about accommodation, interpreter, large print, accessible location for interview. The accommodations, time to request, interpreter, large print, accessible location for interview. What do you do after the interview? Last but not the least is to find out what to do after the interview. Courteously thank the interviewers for the opportunity to interview with the agency. Extend a handshake and exhibit enthusiasm about the career opportunity. Consider following up with a thank you note or email of appreciation to the interviewers to further show your interest. Thank you, listeners, for the listening.